Good morning and happy Monday, beautiful people. Today is March the 24th. Welcome in if you've never been here before. If you have, welcome back. My name is Jen, and I just try to show people how to move through life with positivity and purpose. I know it's hard and life be lifing. We all got our things, but we still got to push through. We still have business to handle every day. So I just try to show people the real way of how to do it. It's not easy, but we got to do what we got to do. If you've never been here before, thank you for coming in. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel because I promise you will love it here. Let's get into today's topic. What do you do when you know you have a lot of tasks, but you feel overwhelmed to the point where you're like, man, I got so much to do, I don't even know where to start? That's the key word, start. If you sit there and you worry about it and you freak out about it, things and tasks and responsibilities, they just kind of pile up on you. It's like a snowball effect, right? But if you just start doing something, at least you have some forward motion. At least you are getting to it in some way, some shape or form. But if you sit there and complain about it and you say, oh, I got so much to do, I'm so overwhelmed, I'm just going to run away from it, I'm going to get back in the bed and I'm just going to put the covers over my head because it's raining and I don't want to do it, you're never going to get to your goal. And things are just going to get worse, and that's what you don't want. I today am tasked with deep cleaning my apartment because I have two boys who are being retrained at helping mommy. I've been home for 11 months on med leave, y'all. And my kids have never had the opportunity to have a stay-at-home mom. I'm a single mom, so I've never been able to do that. In the last 11 months, I've been at home because I haven't been able to work. I just went back to work on Saturday. Praise God. And it was amazing. I'm recovering from a broken foot. And I had 2 surgeries on it, so it was pretty intense. My boys have gotten very comfortable now with mommy doing everything. When I was able to start walking around on my foot, I started doing a little bit of everything because I didn't have anything else to do. So I was trying to fill my time and occupy my mind with making sure everything was top tier. Well, now I'm starting to get busy again, and my kids have gotten so comfortable with mommy doing everything, they're not doing anything. So they're not picking up after themselves. I have an 18-year-old and an 8-year-old. So now my house has gotten out of control. If you don't start somewhere, you're never going to finish what you need to handle. And it's a daunting task for me to do all of this because today it is raining. I don't want to do it. I'm sleepy because I haven't been sleeping so well. My foot is aching a little bit because of the rain. So it's a lot of reasons. I could give myself 5,000,007 reasons why I don't want to go home and clean this house. Okay? I'm tired. Going to work really took a lot out of me. But here's the thing. I have to do it. If I don't do it, it's not going to get done. And it's only going to get worse. And I ain't trying to have y'all see me on TLC's Hoarders. I'm joking. It's not that bad. But I do need to make sure that I maintain. Now that I have had this transition while I was on med leave, and I really started to change my mindset, which it's still a work in progress. I'm not saying that, oh, I changed my mindset and everything's, coming up roses. It's not that. But I chose to react to things differently than I have in the past. Last year, when I had my surgery, I was 253 pounds. I was miserable, which I'm still losing weight. I'm still a big girl. I got some more weight to lose, but I've lost a considerable amount of weight. At this point, I've lost over 30 pounds, okay? My blood pressure was high. My sugar was high. I was eating when I had time. I was working, and I would work, and work through my break. I wasn't sleeping at night. And then I would come home with my kid and, do what I got to do with my kids. But I wasn't giving them all of me because I didn't have all to give. I don't know if y'all saw me talk about the pouring out of your cup and how you're only supposed to give people the overflow. You're not supposed to pour from your source. Your source is what's already in your cup. You're supposed to give other people the overflow from your cup. You're not supposed to pour from your cup. When you pour from your cup, you end up empty, right? And then you walk around with an attitude, you resentful, you snapping on people, and you don't even know why. So I chose to try and change my mindset so I could do better. I used to run away from everything, and I would just put my head down and work, because that was the only thing I felt like outside of my kids that was making me happy. But the thing is, I wasn't doing a great job at work. Yeah, I was cutting hair, and the haircuts were great, and like I was doing hair. Now I can do some hair, but it was the thing that the quality of my being at work. I was still positive, I was still myself, but I was sluggish. You know what I'm saying? I looked tired all the time. I couldn't move as fast. One, my foot was broken, and then I had all that extra weight on it. So I was running away from things, and then I would go home and I would eat. That was my way of running away. My credit was worse off than it is right now. I'm getting so much better. Baby, when I saw a bill, I wouldn't even open it. It was times when I wouldn't even go to the mailbox. You feel me? Like, it was just so much. And it's like, okay, you don't open the bill, it's still going to be there. And then it's going to go on your credit. Your credit's going to be worse. You sit there and hide in the way of hiding up under a hamburger. Okay, well, now you're just going to get bigger and you're going to have other issues. So the thing is, you have to attack the issues head on, which can be terrifying. But what else are you going to do? The other option is also terrifying. The other option is just complete failure because you didn't even try. Trying and not succeeding is not failure, because at least you made an attempt to do something. So you still have forward motion. Not trying at all, that's failure off the bat. You failed before you even started, because you ain't did nothing. You haven't done anything. I'm sorry. My mother's going to get me for that one. But you got to get off your butt and move. And that's hard. But one thing that I have learned to do, instead of saying, oh my God, I am going to do my bathroom, my closet, my room, and then I'm going to do the kitchen, and then I don't try to do that all in 1 hour or 1 day. I say, I'm going to do this and this today. I complete that. I go to the next day. I'm going to do this, this, and this today. I complete that. So I give myself 2 or 3 tasks when I have a whole lot of stuff to do to complete on a daily basis. That way, by the end of the week, boom, we in there. And I don't feel overwhelmed, because I get overwhelmed very easily. I'm a single mom of 2 boys. I take care of them completely by myself. One of my kids is 18. The other one is 8. The little one has ADHD. And the oldest one has ADD. My oldest one is getting ready to graduate from high school. So we're going through the whole, prepping you to walk across the stage and college and all the things, right? Trying to really man him up and help him to go out into the world and succeed. And he's stressed. So it's a fine line between staying on him about his work and not overwhelming him. My little one is having a few issues at school. He's an amazing student. Never even got a B. He's in the 2nd grade. He's in the gifted program. But he just, physically, he hasn't been feeling well. He's been dealing with some inner ear problems. And that's been affecting him at school. Loud noises right now are bothering him. He doesn't have hearing loss, but some stuff is going on with his sinuses that's affecting the pressure in his ears. So I've been dealing with that. And then I have physical therapy for my foot. There are some days where it's hard for me to move around as I see fit, because I have a plate in my foot. So when it rains on days like today, I'm sore. So yeah, I could go home and lay right back in the bed. Because here's the thing. When you complete the things that you were scared of, oh my God, it's such a good feeling. You feel accomplished. You feel like, man, I can do anything. But if you stay in the same cycle of sitting still, you're just going to feel worse. And I don't want you to feel like that. I don't want myself to feel like that. So we got to get up and get out and do something. Shout out to Goody Mob. If you know, you know. You got to make moves. And that's hard. I ain't saying it's easy. If you really struggling with it, try to get somebody to help you. Reach out to your friends and family. That's another thing that I feel like a lot of us do. We get overwhelmed because you put everything on your own back, and then you wonder why the load is heavy. Feel like you can't go to a quote-unquote person. Go to God with it. And I'm not perfect. I don't ever want it to be perceived as I'm this churchy, perfect Christian. That is not what I am. That is not even what I try to be. I just try to be better and treat people right. That's it. But sometimes I lose my temper. Sometimes, you know, I drop a couple of not so nice words. Sometimes, you know, I get a little loud with my kids. I'm a human being. But I'm actively trying to do better. I know for sure, if I don't handle my responsibilities, God's not going to bless me with more. Case in point, I want to move into a newer, nicer apartment. I have found the apartment. I know exactly where I want to move. I feel like God is not going to bless me with the ability to do so, to have that nicer, newer place, if I don't take care of the one that I already have. Now, the one that I'm in, I've been in there for a while. There's a lot of things that the complex needs to come and fix, and I'm about to go yell at them about that today. But in the meantime, I need to maintain what I can. I feel like God's not going to bless me with something better, because He's going to be like, man, you can't even take care of this. I'm going to give you some more. You overwhelmed with what I gave you. And now you want more? This is the thing. Pick a couple of tasks out of the millions of tasks that you have to do. Complete those every day. Don't overwhelm yourself. And don't beat yourself up if you don't complete them. Because again, at least you tried. At least you tried. Alright, y'all. I am extremely sleepy, but I'm determined to attack this day. I'm almost to the crib. And I am going to eat my Chick-fil-A burrito, take my morning medicine. I'm going to stretch. I'm going to take a power nap on the couch because I don't want to get in the bed. If I get in the bed, it's over with. So I'm going to take a power nap on the couch with my feet up. I'm going to sit on the couch with my feet up. I'm not going to lay down. And then I'm going to attack my day. Because it's 8:24 now. I have till about 1:30 to get some stuff done. Because I got to get the kids. I hope y'all have an amazing Monday on purpose. Start this week off strong. Don't look at it like, it's Monday. No, thank God it's Monday and I'm here in the world. If you enjoyed this video and you made it to the end, please go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching. Peace and blessings. And I'll see y'all next time.